Hello, welcome to my channel. This first video I'm going to do is going to be about foraging, because there's a lot of things you can forage at the current time, being as we're coming from autumn into winter. It's the perfect time to get stuff for overwintering and making into tinctures and jams. And we're going to go through how to prepare a lot of different things and the history of them and how they've been used in medicines and other things that interest me really. Firstly, we're going to have to look at some sloe berries, which are from the blackthorn bush. So that was Prunus spinosa, commonly known as the sloe or blackthorn berry. Can be used for wine. You can make gin, you can make whiskey, you can also make jam and jelly if you're American. And you can also make tinctures from it because it's got lots of antioxidants in it, which are really good for the blood and to help your body release toxins through your blood stream. So the second ones we're going to talk about are rose hips. Rose hips have been used for over 2,000 years in teas and jams. They're very, very high in vitamin C, so they're very good for the moment when we're going into winter and the sun's going away. So we're going to be able to stave off colds and anything that like tiredness and things like that. Vitamin C is very good for all that sort of stuff. They're very easy to find because they're bright red. You're not going to want to get them confused with hawthorns though. They do look slightly different, but the colouring can be quite similar. So I'll show you a video of the hawthorns, and I'll show you a video of the rose hips. The first one I'm going to show you is the rose hips. To know when they're ready, just roll them slightly between your fingers, and they shouldn't be very hard. They should be spongy, but not too spongy. They've also been used, if you dry them, you get this kind of itching kind of powder stuff. So if you want to use that for pranks and things, you're very welcome to. But typically you would sieve away that before making teas and jams, which I'll show you in a different video how to do. So these are rose hips. You can see it's kind of spongy and red in colour. These are probably a little bit after done, but you can see they're very abundant and right next to some sloes. So these are hawthorns. You can tell they are slightly different shape. So they're more of a ball shape. Can I get there? You go. More of a ball shape, and the leaves that come with them, where's a good example? I have this kind of three-pronged leaf, whereas the rose hips will have the thorns on the branch. Another thing you can get at this time are blackberries. They're obviously probably the most commonly known thing to forage. And you can see that a lot of them have been eaten by birds, but the red ones will come hopefully into fruition, and we'll be able to make things like pies. We can freeze them for next year. Anything berry wise you can freeze after you've cleaned it, and just leave it for when you need it throughout the year. I'm going to make a cordial to come into January, because these are chock full of antioxidants and vitamin C, both of which have been big on this video. So that was my video on foraging. I'm back at my place now, but if you have any questions on anything you've seen today, please don't hesitate to drop me a message and give it a like and give it a follow. I'm really excited to be doing this. I've wanted to do it for years, so any encouragement would be greatly appreciated.